Hello, everyone. We met again. Okay. I just came back from the church on this Divine Mercy Sunday. Okay. Last time we talked and saved, the previous episode, we call it episode 13. And now we are going to continue our discussion still in chapter 2. Okay. In chapter 2. All right. So it's called part 1 because the book has, many parts. So this is still part 1. Okay. And the chapter is chapter 2. But then in chapter 2, we cannot go and make everything our discussion uh, in one session. We have to break it down. Okay. And if you look at it, maybe this is, chapter 2, okay, part 6. So we already divided part 2 into several session, 30-minute session. Okay. And this is, I believe, that part 6. But, okay, you will see that the title that you will find when you visited our channel. Okay. So it has a sequence. So I would suggest you to follow the session. Okay. Otherwise you will miss on the middle. Okay. Now, the website, the SH, YouTube look all the same, right? With Christ and Mother Mary. But on the top, okay, left, close to Christ, you will see that what that episode numbers is. And underneath it, you'll see what chapter being discussed and what part of that chapter is being discussed. Okay. Now, without further ado, okay, we will share where we were last time. Okay, this is where we were last time. Okay. It's number 8. Okay. We said present in all places. Okay. So you still remember what we have discussed? Okay. When I was a kid, this is I have a hard time to comprehend. Okay. God is all places. How could it be? Okay. How could it be? Now, in the previous chapter, we already discussed just a little bit on this. Present in all places. Why? It's very simple reason. Because God does not bound on time and space. So he can be in, okay, whatever space or room or places that she would like to. Okay. Now, in the not next, okay, in many chapter ahead, we will talk. This also happened with Mother Mary, especially when or during the time when Jesus goes to heaven. Okay. Now, remember, during that time, Mother Mary with all the apostles, okay, and Jesus was taken up. Okay. Now, when Jesus was taken up, according to what Sister Agreda, the author of this book, she saw Mother Mary also go with Jesus. Okay. However, at the same time, Mother Mary still also in or with the disciple and apostle that look up on the sky. Okay. Now it's beyond comprehension, but like I said, nothing is impossible for God. He is the Alpha and Omega. Okay. He created all. He can do all. So if you are seeking for the best advisor, the best source, okay, that you can always rely on, this is it, God. Okay? The only place where you can find it. Okay? And she certainly will help you without you have to pay any fee, consultation fee. Okay? All right. That what number 8. Okay? Like again and again, it doesn't. Okay? God doesn't bound with, okay, space. Okay? And with time. Okay? Today, tomorrow, okay, the next day, it doesn't matter for him. Okay? Now, let us move on to number 9. Now, you see there's a lot of contradiction according to human mind. Okay? Let's take this and highlight it just a little bit. Number 9, what is it? One, okay, the 9 essence of the Lord is filling them without occupying them. Isn't that amazing? Okay? If you fill water in a bottle, all right, at some point it's going to overflow. All right? It means the glass or the bottle of water cannot, okay, cannot be filled anymore because there's no space. That's not true for him. Okay? He is there, but without occupying it. Why? Again, we are talking about our what? Place. Okay? Without a place. Okay? He is not bound by the space. So when he was there, he's not occupied. That's the reason why we say he is not bound by space. For him, it's possible. For us, no. Okay? Wherever we go, our physical, okay, body will take part of the space. Okay? We occupied it. But for him, it is not the case. Okay? Now, move on. Number 10. Okay, what do we have here? Number 10. Okay, existing in all things. Oh, what does it mean? Existing in all things. Does it mean that everything, okay, that we found in this world, and also him being in that thing that we saw, is in you, is in me, in any other things, okay? How can we make sense out of it? Existing in all things. Remember, this is because he is the creator. He is the creator of you and I and any other thing. Okay? He's the creator. That makes perfect sense. Okay? Let's take an example. He created the ocean. Okay? He governed the ocean. You see that? The current. Why? The North Pole and the South Pole. All kind of things, the current, all of them in harmony. Okay? For example, if we are here, okay, we will be summertime. Then in Australia, it will be different. It'll be winter. Why that thing need to be different? Because, okay, to make everything in perfect harmony. Okay, it's winter in some other place is summer. All right, that we do not know. Okay, I don't, but okay, the geologists, okay, and somebody in studying about Earth science, they know why that needs to be there. Okay, if it is one is not there, then what happened? Everything is not in perfect harmony. There got to be something going on. Okay, all right. Now, existing in all things, right? It means he is the creator of all things. Do you like it or not? Okay, even though maybe you are the one that pay to buy a house. To buy a house, you pay from your salary. But the fact of the matter, okay, God present in that. house as well. Okay, why? If you don't have any money, all right, then you cannot buy the house. Okay, now take it back. Where did you find your money? You say, I'm working. Good. Then who created that job? Well, you say, oh, my boss, ABC company. How the ABC company exists? So at the end, if you keep asking, okay, it will point out toward the end he is. Okay, it is uh, very amazing. Okay, let me take an example for you. We are offering genetic class. Okay, in TIS program, TIS Tutors International School. Okay, which is our way. Okay, our business unit that try to share the word of God through education. I mentioned about that before. Okay. Now, these genetics, who, you know, what kind of student attending? Genetic is only for at least, okay, I don't find it in high school, but I found it in the first year of pre-med students that have to take it after general biology. But we are teaching that course for our fourth grader, okay, 4, 5, and 6. And to be, they perform it, they perform amaze the teachers, okay, the Professor Pence. They're teaching that course in the US, okay, teaching that course in the US, all right, and he volunteered his time. We do not have money to pay him, but he would like to help. Okay, this is his testimony. All right, he said, the kid that coming after high school to take his class, at the uh, 2 years institution. Okay, they never heard about the term. Okay, the concept that been discussed in this genetic class. Okay, however, okay, our student, the fourth grade, they after only 4 meetings a month, 4 meetings. Like we only meet once a week for 1 hour. They already knew the material. And he said, my student in the US, okay, take longer time, more than 4 times, okay, 4 meetings to understand the same material that our student, TIS, okay, student, Tutors International School, okay, learn that in the same period of time. Okay, now I would like to encourage you to find, okay, the YouTube channel. We have the YouTube channel as well, called TIS, Tutor International School Education Channel. I will encourage you to see that how we would like to find the money, okay, to help all these kids, and they did not pay, okay? They took the class for free. However, some of them donate, okay? Like I said, you can donate it through GHTH website. I show you before, okay, where you can donate, okay? So let's take example whether or not we can find that, okay? We can find that place where you can donate, okay? Now, we stop this and move, let's see, can we move right away on this? Okay, GATH, okay? Did you see it, GATH? Okay, I hope that you can see it. Now, this is where, okay, you can donate, all right? Donation. please donate right here. Okay. You can donate whatever. There are two, okay, account in Indonesian. Okay. The second one, Bank Central Asia. Okay. And the other one is Bank of America. But let me remind you, okay, if you donate here, we are not 503c, okay, institution. It means your tax, okay, your contribution, your donation will not be taxable. You have to talk to your tax people. But we need to be honest for you. All right? We need to be honest. We will, okay, we will write a receipt, but we do not claim that donation can be claimed to reduce your tax, okay, federal income tax, or any, or any state. All right. So, okay, uh, we try to get more donation because we have a plan to help this kid. Okay. Now let's come back to this. We talk about number 10. Oh, by the way, what did we find? Okay, we're still talking about existing in all things. Okay, the first two meetings, Professor Pan talked about what? He talked about the mutation of gene. Okay, start with Mendel. Okay, Gregorius Mendel. Okay, a priest from Austria who, okay, seen as a father of genetics. He is the one that do the first research and find what happened with the gene. Can gene mutate and all of that? All right. Okay. And we call it mutation based on how strong is the gene, how strong, like parent to child. Okay. If the parent have a certain genetic, it will pass on to the kid. All right. Now, think about this. Okay. Think about, the example. All right. The example. You see that grass. You can find grass in all over the world. Okay. Now, you will see that the gene of the grass, okay, in, let's say, in country A, you can trace it back. Where it's coming from. Maybe country A get that first example of a certain uh, grass, like say alfalfa, whatever it is, okay, from country B, okay? So it bring to country A, okay? So country A can trace that back to the gene coming from country B. But where is the gene? Where is that alfalfa, okay, grass coming from? It may be from C or D or E. If you kept that tracing that back, and suddenly you'll see the source. What is the source? There's only one source, God alone. Okay? That will explain number 10. He exists in all things. If you take everything, okay, back to the source, you'll see it's nobody but him. Is that amazing? We've taken everything for granted. Okay? But if you want to kind of meditate and start thinking, where is this thing coming from? All right? And you will see this miracle. Miracle happen everywhere and every day, every single second. Now let's move on. Number 11. Okay? What number 11 said? Well, it's highlighted first. There is no contradiction in his kindness. Wow. What does it mean? Kindness. Okay? Let me give you an example. Do you think as a parent, If you happen to be a parent, okay, and you have, let's say, four kids, okay. Now answer me honestly. From these four kids, okay, four kids, you maybe have one of them that you love more than the other three. Is that correct? Is that correct? Okay, you can answer me on the question on the YouTube channel right here. You can answer me. Okay, that for him, okay, it's the same. All right, but for human, we contradict each other. Okay, now it is just, there's one thing, one example that I would like to share with you. It is a sad story. Okay, last Christmas, there was an accident where, okay, one kid in that family think he doesn't have the same treatment because he received maybe a smaller gift compared with, the other sibling. Guess what? Okay, it's very sad. You can find it. Okay, you can find it online. Just type and search. Okay, he ended up killing or hurting his mother. Is that very sad? Okay, so okay, let me kind of see whether or not I can show that. Okay, can show that. All right, we type over here. Christmas, uh, okay, shooting because of present. Okay, let's take. Okay, you see this? Okay, I hope that you can see it. Okay, let me read it for you. A Christmas Eve argument between teen brothers over who was getting more gift ended in tragedy in Florida. A 14-year-old boy shot and killed his sister, who had tried to defuse the fight, and then was shot by his older brother, the local sheriff said. Is that sad? Okay, Christmas supposed to be love, sharing love. But look at this. Okay, look at what happened. All right, it's real, guys. Okay, but for him, there's no contradiction. But the incident that happened in Florida, because one of the siblings think he did not get a fair treatment. Okay, so it contradicts. But for God, there's nothing contradiction. You may say, "Oh, why my family, my neighbors, okay, seem to be very happy. Okay, every 2 years they have changed. They can change the new car with a new car. Okay, here I am. I'm still driving the same, okay, 20 years old car that I used to drive when I went to college." You say, it is unfair. Oh, come on, guys. Okay, that is jealousy. Okay, that is not about about kindness of God at all. That come from your own heart, the jealousy, because you do not know the story. The person in your neighbor maybe work harder, okay, sleep only 5 hours, work hard, while you, okay, sleep more than uh, 10 hours, for example. Okay. Now, the best thing is this. All right. If we believe that God is God and is a fair God on everything, just let it go. Okay. If you want to drive a better car, okay, work harder. Okay. Work harder. All right. Now, the other example, when I went to high school, Okay. When I was a high school kid, all right, we have around in one class about 30 students, okay, between maybe 20 or 30, okay. However, I'm the only one that has a chance, okay, to get my highest degree here in the US, okay. You may question myself, okay, why is that? Because I work harder than anyone else. I spent 5 years only to pass what the so-called test of English as a foreign language. They call it TOEFL. TU, okay, TOATOEFL, TOEFL test, okay? Now, some of them are coming from a wealthy family, okay? And like I said in some other occasion, I'm not coming from a wealthy family. I'm coming from a humble family, okay? My father is a butcher, okay? We selling, okay, pork, meat, P-O-R-K, or pig, P-I-G, okay? That's what my father did for living. And some other of my friends is very high, very rich. But look now, okay? So if you want to get a better life, my advice to all of you, okay, to share that news. Maybe you have a grandson, okay, a granddaughter, whatever it is, tell them, okay, to work hard. And I told my kid, the only way that you can, the only and the easy way how to change your life through education. Through education. Compare, okay? Two kids, okay? One of them after high school, okay, just work at the grocery store. He may be a manager right now. While my son take a harder route, and after 10 years, he make it to be a doctor, anesthesiologist. Okay, you see that? All right. I'm not bragging about my family. It is a real example. Okay, if somebody want to get a better life in this earth, all right, while serving God, okay, you can make a better choice. Okay, but again, disclaimer, I'm not, okay, telling people what they need to do. All right, now let's move on. Number 12, again, okay, he is just, okay. Now, what we have, number 12 right here, okay, let's highlight it. Nor any defect in his wisdom. In his wisdom, he is inscrutable, okay, inscrutable in his wisdom. So there's no bias, no bias. He has the wisdom to do something, maybe from the point of view of human, that what he did is unfair. Like I said, okay, this guy complaining, why he's still driving the same old car that he used when he was at college 20, 30 years ago, while others driving, and change car every two years. Okay, that's what humans see. It is unfair. Okay, somebody get better than me, but for him, okay, for him, God, okay, that is the fair thing. That is the fair thing because this guy worked harder, went to the medical school and got a degree, but he has to work 10 years. Okay, 10 years. Okay. Now again, number 12 and number 11 are closely related. Okay. Now here, number 13. Okay. In his decree, okay, he is terrible. What does it mean? Okay. What does it mean? God is love. God is love. Remember that. Okay? That's the reason why he created human being. He doesn't need to, but he created human being with one reason, okay? To make us happy, okay? To make us happy, okay? But the fact of the matter, you see that how many people are happy, okay? And over the years, is that happiness is getting better and better or worse. I never heard this school shooting before, okay? In the last 5, 8 years, this shooting become, you know, like a monthly or weekly news, okay? A lot of people scared, okay? That for him, okay? For him is everything that he does, like number 12, is wise, wise, okay? Now in his, okay, it said, number 13, his decree, he is terrible. Terrible mean what? Okay? He can make a correction, okay? He can make a correction. If someone didn't do, okay, a good job and stay away, drifting away, drift, okay, like the boat, okay, with the dead engine, it drift, okay. It depends to the current. It depends to the wind when the wind blow, okay, because he love us, and if he see that someone is drifting away from him, okay, we know drifting away from him is not a good news. All right, maybe this boat will one time will hit, okay, uh, a shallow water, okay, will stop, like the one that we see, okay, recently, what happened in New Jersey Bridge, okay, because the container, the big ship, yeah, container ship, they said, according to the story and what I learned, okay, the engine is dead, so it drifted, okay, look, the disastrous thing that happened. Okay, it impacts the whole economy of that state. All right, all right. So, in order to prevent that happen, guys, okay, in our example of that boat, okay, that happened, that hit the bridge, okay, the authority will impose more, okay, more and detailed and stringent regulation. Okay, otherwise it's going to happen again. Okay, the same thing with God. He doesn't want you drifting and hit your head. Okay, and then he will say, okay, a very strict rule just to prevent us, prevent human being, okay, to be in deep trouble. Okay, and if you ask me, okay, give me an example of that terrible act that he did. Now remember, okay, remember in the Bible that it said Jesus turned the table of the you know money exchanges, or anyone, any sellers that sell everything in that temple. Remember? Remember that? He whipped them out. That's what he is. Okay? Why he did it? He did it out of love. The temple is a place of worship. All right? Now, the elders turned it to be a place of business. You see? Okay? He want to make the correction. Otherwise, okay, the whole temple will become a big mall or store in 2,000 years ago. That'll be the first mall if that happens. Okay? Okay, I'm telling you. Okay? So let's move on. All right. Number 14. In his judgment is just. Okay. Now this is very interesting. Very interesting with what we have seen, okay, in the country. Okay. We'll see that this is just something that make somebody shake their head. Okay. A turn to be B, and B turn to be C. You see that how somebody play around with all this system, judicial system in this country. Okay. All right. We don't want to discuss more about but okay, as a judge, we need to be just based on the fact. But again, we are human. The judge are human. Okay, they also make mistake, especially if you already mix, okay, the position as a judge with, okay, some other thing, okay, that become uh the source of, like you're drifting away from what your role. Okay. All right. Now let keep on going. Okay. 15 here. What we have on the 15. In his thought most hidden. Okay. Now, what it said is basically, okay, that hidden mean that our head, okay, cannot comprehend what he think. It's too small. Okay. His thought, okay, is so complex, big, or maybe bigger and perfect. Our thought is small. So, and then we say, okay, our capacity maybe to know his thought 0.00000. Okay, you put 100 zero and then one. That is our capacity to think compared with God. Maybe cannot be compared. All right. Then we call it hidden. Okay. A lot of people say what God think is not my thing. What I thought is not what God thought. Of course. Of course. Okay. You're comparing a glass of water with the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. There's no comparison. One is too small, compare one is too big. So what the biggest way how we deal with it? Just trust him. Trust him. That's it. You don't need to start, okay, using your calculator. Okay. If you know, if in statistics they call it the R square. The R square is a measure of goodness of faith. Okay. If it is 99%, it means this is a perfect model that can predict something exactly the same. Okay. If we use that parallelism, okay, if we use that parallelism, okay, we have to get even 99% with the confident interval, 99%, we are not going to know. Okay. They're not even close with what God thought. Okay. All right. So here, guys, I'm mixing all this information, statistic, okay, mathematics, biology, genetic, to make all become something that the viewer of this channel may understand or even confuse, right? If you confuse, you can search at the Google, what does it mean? Okay, with R square. Okay, that's all the thing. All right, let's move on. Okay, number 16. Now, this is also important, especially this time, during this election time. You heard all kind of story, all right? Candidate A say A and blaming others, okay, to be B. And the B will retaliate and say something else to the opponent. People are confused. Which one of which? Which one is which? Okay? So you can differentiate which is true and which is lie based on your prayer to the Lord, that He will give you wisdom. There's so many lies in this world, so many lies. Okay? You remember the commercial that there's something related with bait and switch. Okay? Once you take the bait, they switch it to something else. Okay? It become common everywhere that you go. A become B, B becomes C. Okay? If it is color, okay, the green can tend to be white or vice versa. Okay? All right. Now, let's move on. 17. In his work is holy. Holy. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean in holy? Okay. This is something that we need to think about, and we need to carry on our own work. Okay. Now, the way how I think about this in his work is holy. Holy mean, okay, perfect, right? No sin. Okay. Now think about it. Okay. You see that if you are the hamburgers lover, you maybe need to check out the patty that you use. Is that a true? Okay. Is that a true meat? Or it already mixed with something? If you love, okay, popcorn chicken, popcorn chicken, right? Okay. How confident are you that the popcorn chicken that you eat is real? It's coming from the chicken meat. Okay. This is the story what I heard. All right. With the technology now, they can mix everything together. Okay. It sound and tastes like chicken. All right. So I just heard the story. I did not say who did it. Okay. What kind of product? No, it is not my business. All right. But you are more than welcome. You can search it. Okay. You can search it. You can see it. You can read the incident that happened in other places. All right. Now, number 18, a flown, the way how I understand this. Okay. Rich is a flown, right? They're the same word. Okay. The same word. Rich is the same, has the same or carry the same meaning with a flown. But in this case, if we put this thing together, it means double rich. There's no question why, because he has all. He has it all. He owns it. Not only the world, but the whole planet. He owns it. He created it. All right. So if you want or you think that your life need, okay, additional income or whatever it is, ask him. Okay. He is ready to give everyone who asks. Okay. More and more. Okay. But the way how we think it, not like human. He will write a check for you and send it through Santa Claus. And you got 1 million. Okay. That's not the case. Okay. Riches not only measured by money. Rich also can be measured by any other non-monetary. For example, your health. Okay, if you have your health, that more than it worth more than money. Okay, you don't believe me? You go to any store that you can find and ask them, I want to buy 10 health. Do they sell it? They don't. Okay. If you need that, you have to ask God to provide it for you. Therefore, all right, money not always the measure. And we use money in this world. Okay. For him, rich. Okay. That always associated with eternal life. What it means by eternal? Infinity. If you live over here, how long do you think you'll stay in this world? 100 years? Let's put 100 years, right? Okay. But if you follow him, you will have eternal. Okay. There's no limit how you can stay eternal. That's what we are heading to. Eternal life. That's what matters. And some other thing, it doesn't matter. Okay. Especially in this world. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Now let's move on. 19. Okay. So what 19 said? To him, no space is too wide and narrow and cause restraint. This is the thing that we have discussed. Okay. God has not or did not, never will be bounded by space. Okay. So 19, let's talk about it. Okay. Now let's talk about 20. His will does not vary. It means, all right, he is consistent in his will. What his will? To make human happy. He created us, okay, to be happy, and he created us to what? Okay, to do one thing that I have mentioned. Every time when we wake up, we will say that, okay, we glorify him, okay, we exalt him, and we praise him. That's what he wants us to do, okay? That's the reason why he created us. Very simple. Okay? Do these three things every time. Okay? You will find miracle in your life. Your life will be, you know, he will make it smooth. Okay? And everything else follow. Okay? Now, again, do not take my word. Okay? We are not suggesting what you need to do, but we learn from this book. Okay? How? Doing that three things. Okay? Every morning, the first thing that we do, it will make a difference in life. Okay? Different in my life, at least. Okay? Now, let's move on. 21. Okay? This again, contradiction, right? If you look at that. Okay? The sorrowful does not cause him pain. Because he never sorrow. Okay? All right? He may be, oh, I take it back. He may be sorrow to see that humans stay drifting away from him. That doesn't cause any pain. Okay? Because he is just. Okay? He just let people do and make a decision. Okay? You make your own decision, whether you love him or not love him. All right? If you love him, that really please him. But if you don't, it doesn't matter for him. Okay? Because he is the source of love. You only can love him because he loved you. Okay? It's very difficult concept, isn't it? You cannot love him without his love. Okay? Now we come down to the number 22, the last one, and then I'm going to stop. Okay? This is longer than what I thought. Okay? It's almost 1 more minute, 2 o'clock, US time, afternoon. The past has not passed for him, nor does the future happen in regard of him. So this is what it is. Okay, we already discussed this. Okay, he doesn't bounded by space and time. Like here, number 22, deal with time. Okay, and number 19, all right, deal with space. Like I said, he can be everywhere because he is not bounded. All right. And he also, today and tomorrow, it doesn't matter for him. Therefore, I'm going to kind of rephrase it. This is the Divine Mercy Sunday, right? If you make mistake, all right, during 70 years of your time on earth, okay, you still can act mercy. Lord, okay, forgive me. Okay, I've been, you know, make you disappointed in the past 70 years. But for him, that 70 years doesn't exist. The same. Today, tomorrow is the same. All right? For him. So there's no time too late, okay, to ask for forgiveness. All right, guys? Now we hit 2 p.m. right now. So what I'm going to do, first thing, okay, to stop this, to stop sharing, okay? And I have a busy afternoon. Maybe this the last episode on this April 7th. Okay. And I'm hoping to make, to discuss, okay, where we left, okay, in the coming days. Okay. So have a blessed day. Okay. Have a blessed week and keep coming. All right. And see our program here. Okay. That will help you. Okay. That will help you. Okay. In your plan, future plan, whatever it is. But again, disclaimer, we are not promising anything. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stop this recording. All right. Goodbye.